The Galactic Federation's observation post, stationed in the Kuiper Belt, had monitored Earth for over 3 centuries. The post's commander, High Observer Zixtal, watched the holographic display of human military movements with growing concern. The species had progressed faster than any other civilization they'd encountered, moving from primitive projectile weapons to rudimentary space travel in mere decades. Another weapons test, Commander, reported Junior Observer Renfel, their crystalline form shifting colors in agitation. The humans have improved their fusion capabilities by 47% since our last assessment. Zixtal's tentacles curled in frustration. The Federation's council had designated Earth a quarantine world centuries ago, citing the planet's extreme conditions and the aggressive evolutionary path of its dominant species. Humans, they'd concluded, were too dangerous to allow unrestricted access to galactic society. The observation post's mission was simple: monitor and contain. They used advanced stealth technology to remain hidden while deploying subtle influence campaigns through their agents on Earth. The goal was to slow human technological progress and guide them toward becoming a more civilized species. But something had changed in the past decade. Human technological advancement had accelerated beyond their projections. Their warfare capabilities, particularly in space combat simulations, showed disturbing efficiency. Send an emergency report to the Council, Zixtal ordered. Request immediate authorization for direct intervention. What the Federation didn't realize was that their stealth technology wasn't as perfect as they believed. Deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, in a facility known as Project Prometheus, Dr. Sarah Chen studied the latest sensor data from their quantum detection array. General Roberts, the alien observation post is exactly where we predicted, she reported, her fingers dancing across holographic controls. Their stealth technology uses a predictable quantum signature. We can track every movement. General Michael Roberts, commander of Earth's Secret Space Force, nodded grimly. For 15 years, humanity had known about their unwanted observers. Instead of revealing this knowledge, they turned it into an advantage. Every piece of alien technology they could detect was analyzed, reverse-engineered, and improved upon. How long until they realize their containment strategy has failed? Roberts asked. Based on their communication patterns, they're starting to suspect something now, Dr. Chen replied. But they still don't understand the full extent of our capabilities. The general walked to the central display, where a holographic representation of Earth's hidden military assets glowed in brilliant blue. Scattered throughout the solar system, concealed by technology far beyond what the aliens believed humans capable of, waited the largest military force humanity had ever assembled. They think they're protecting the galaxy from us, Roberts mused. They never considered they might be the ones needing protection. In high orbit, appearing to be nothing more than a communications satellite, the prototype warship, Humanity's Dawn, conducted its final systems check. Captain Jennifer Hayes watched as her crew prepared the vessel's quantum drive. Technology reversed engineered from studying alien ships, but improved upon by human innovation. All systems are green, Captain, reported Lieutenant Commander Marcus Wong. The stealth systems are functioning at 300% above alien baseline. They literally can't see what's right in front of them. Hayes allowed herself a small smile. The aliens' greatest mistake had been underestimating human ingenuity. While they watched for large military installations and obvious weapons development, humanity had hidden their true advances in plain sight, disguised as civilian infrastructure and commercial technology. In the lunar complex, Dr. James Wilson put the finishing touches on the quantum communication network that would coordinate humanity's forces across the solar system. The aliens' observation had become humanity's greatest advantage. Every attempt to monitor Earth had provided another opportunity to study and improve upon their technology. The pieces were in place. Humanity had transformed their quarantine into an opportunity, their containment into preparation. They would reveal themselves not as the primitive species the Federation feared, but as something far more dangerous, a civilization that had mastered both their harsh world and the very technology meant to contain them. The time for hiding was almost over. Soon, the galaxy would learn why Earth was called a death world, and why its inhabitants had not just survived, but thrived in conditions that would break lesser species. The question wasn't whether humanity would break free of their quarantine, but whether the galaxy was prepared for what they'd become. The Titan Research Facility, buried 2 kilometers beneath the Antarctic ice sheet, hummed with activity. Dr. Elena Santos stood before a massive quantum computer, its crystalline structure pulsing with ethereal light. Around her, teams of scientists and engineers worked tirelessly on Project Phoenix, humanity's secret weapon development program. "The quantum entanglement drive is stabilizing," she announced, watching as the test chamber's readings settled into a steady pattern. "We've achieved 400% better efficiency than the alien baseline." Admiral David Chen, the military overseer of Project Phoenix, watched the test results with satisfaction. What the Galactic Federation didn't understand was that their attempts to contain humanity had only forced them to become more innovative, more resourceful. "How long until we can begin mass production?" he asked, his eyes fixed on the holographic display showing the drive's performance metrics. 2 months, Elena replied. "We've already converted 3 abandoned mining facilities into automated manufacturing plants. The aliens still think they're defunct resource extraction sites." The quantum drive was just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Throughout the solar system, humanity had hidden their true technological achievements behind a facade of primitive development. Every alien observation satellite they detected became an opportunity to study and improve upon advanced technology. In a sealed chamber adjacent to the main lab, Dr. Marcus Wong supervised the final tests of the neural interface system. Based on reverse-engineered alien communication technology, the system would allow human operators to control their ships with thought alone, achieving reaction times that would seem impossible to their observers. "Neural sync successful," Marcus reported as the test pilot seamlessly merged with the ship's systems. "Response time is 3 milliseconds. The aliens won't know what hit them." Deep beneath the Mariana Trench, another secret facility worked on perfecting humanity's defensive capabilities. Dr. Sarah Peterson adjusted the parameters of the quantum shield generator, a technology that made the Federation's best defensive systems look primitive in comparison. "Shield integrity at 995%, she reported to her team. "The metamaterial absorption rate is beyond anything the aliens have achieved. Their weapons won't even scratch our hulls." What made human development so dangerous wasn't just their technological superiority. It was their fundamental approach to warfare. While the Federation developed technologies for peacekeeping and containment, humanity prepared for total war. In orbit around Jupiter, disguised as a routine mining operation, the shipyards of Project Olympus produced vessels that would reshape the balance of power in the galaxy. Captain Michael Torres supervised the final assembly of the HMS Prometheus, humanity's first true warship. "Hull quantum crystallization complete," his engineering chief reported. "The ship is virtually indestructible by Federation standards." The Prometheus represented everything the aliens feared about human potential. It combined improved versions of every technology they'd tried to keep from Earth, wrapped in innovations they couldn't even comprehend. Its very existence proved their containment strategy had failed spectacularly. Back on Earth, in the Strategic Command Center beneath Mount Cheyenne, General Roberts reviewed the latest intelligence reports. The Federation's observation posts had noticed increased activity in the solar system, but remained oblivious to its true nature. "They're sending more monitoring platforms," his intelligence chief reported. "They suspect we're advancing too quickly, but they have no idea how far we've come." Every new alien observer became another source of technological data, another opportunity to improve. Humanity had turned their quarantine into the greatest technological espionage operation in history. Dr. Elena Santos stood before the quantum computer once more, watching as it processed combat simulations. The results were beyond even their most optimistic projections. Human ships, human weapons, and human soldiers would not just match alien capabilities. They would supersede them in every way. "We're ready," she told Admiral Chen. "The only question now is when we show them." The Admiral nodded grimly. The Federation had tried to contain humanity out of fear of what they might become. In doing so, they had created exactly what they feared most, a species that had mastered both their harsh world and the very technology meant to keep them in check. The time for revelation approached. Soon, the galaxy would learn that trying to contain humanity had been their greatest mistake. They hadn't prevented the rise of a dangerous species, they had ensured it. The Europa Research Station blazed against the dark Jovian sky, a fireball visible from millions of kilometers away. Inside Earth's Strategic Command, General Roberts watched the destruction unfold through quantum-linked sensors. 300 civilians, scientists, engineers, and their families had been stationed there. The Federation would call it an unfortunate accident, just like the last 5 accidents that had claimed human lives. "Radiation signature confirms it," Dr. Chen reported, her voice tight with anger. "The same quantum torpedo design we detected on Federation ships. They're not even trying to hide it anymore." The command center's massive display showed the aftermath. Debris scattered across Europa's icy surface, the station's quantum shield overwhelmed by weapons far more advanced than the Federation claimed to possess. They had maintained their facade of benevolent observers while systematically attacking human outposts. Admiral James Morrison, commander of Earth's Hidden Fleet, stepped forward. "That's the 3rd attack this month. They're getting bolder, thinking we can't detect their weapon signatures. They believe their stealth technology is perfect," Roberts replied, watching as recovery ships, disguised as primitive rescue vessels, moved toward the wreckage. "That's their fatal mistake." In lunar orbit, Captain Sarah Hayes prepared that HS Prometheus for its first real combat operation. Her crew had trained for years in secret, mastering technologies the Federation thought impossible for humans to comprehend. "All quantum systems nominal," reported her tactical officer. "Neural interfaces synchronized. We can deploy within 30 minutes." Throughout the solar system, humanity's hidden forces stirred to life. Beneath the ice of Europa, a massive facility housed not just research labs, but an arsenal capable of reducing a Federation capital ship to atoms. Similar installations on Mars, Titan, and scattered through the asteroid belt waited for the signal. In the Kuiper Belt Observation Post, High Observer Zixtel reviewed the latest attack footage with satisfaction. Another successful containment operation. The humans remain unaware of our true capabilities. His smugness would prove short-lived. Deep in Earth's quantum detection network, an AI system cataloged every Federation ship movement, every weapon signature, building a complete picture of their tactical capabilities. The aliens thought they were watching humanity. They never realized how thoroughly they were being watched in return. Dr. Elena Santos stood before the United Earth Council, her presentation leaving the assembled leaders in stunned silence. "The Federation isn't containing us because they think we're dangerous," she explained. "They're containing us because they know we can surpass them." The evidence was irrefutable. Federation ships had been systematically destroying human outposts that showed signs of advanced technological development. They weren't peacekeepers, they were saboteurs maintaining their technological superiority through violence. In a secure facility beneath Geneva, President Chen of the United Earth Government made the call humanity had prepared for over decades. "Initiate Operation Starbreak," she ordered. "Show them exactly what they forced us to become." Across the solar system, hidden installations powered up. Quantum shields shimmered into existence around every human settlement. In orbital shipyards disguised as debris fields, advanced warships prepared for launch. The Federation's observation posts suddenly found their quantum sensors blocked by technology they thought impossible for humans to develop. Their stealth systems, previously thought impenetrable, became useless against detection methods centuries ahead of what they believed Earth capable of. Multiple quantum signatures detected. Zixtal's subordinate cried out in alarm. Human vessels, everywhere. Their technology. It's impossible. The High Observer stared in horror as his screens filled with contacts, hidden in plain sight. The Federation had sought to contain what they saw as a dangerous species. Instead, they had created exactly what they feared, a humanity united in purpose, technologically superior, and now righteously angry. The time for hiding was over. The galaxy was about to learn why Earth was called a death world, and why its children had not just survived, but thrived in conditions that would break lesser species. The war for humanity's future was about to begin, and the Federation would learn too late that their greatest mistake wasn't trying to contain humanity. It was giving them a reason to fight back. The first strike came without warning. Throughout Federation space, quantum communication networks suddenly went dark. Their most advanced encryption systems, thought unbreakable, crumbled against attacks using their own technology evolved beyond recognition. Captain Sarah Hayes stood on the bridge of the HSS Prometheus, watching through its quantum-enhanced sensors as Federation defense platforms around their primary military installation sparked and died, their systems overwhelmed by weapons they never saw coming. All Federation quantum grids are down, her tactical officer reported. Their fleets are blind and divided. Beginning Phase 2. Across Federation space, humanity's hidden fleets emerged from quantum shadows. Ships that had lurked undetected for years revealed themselves, their hulls rippling with technology that made the Federation's best stealth systems look primitive. In the Arcturus defense station, Federation Admiral Kexnar watched in horror as his command screens went dark. Impossible. Their technology can't be this advanced. But it was. Humanity had taken every scrap of Federation technology they could detect, every principle they could observe, and pushed it far beyond what their would-be overseers thought possible. Where the Federation had sought balance and stability, humanity had sought overwhelming superiority. The HSS Prometheus led the assault on the Federation's primary shipyards. Its quantum shields absorbed enemy fire like it was nothing more than light rain, while its weapons, hybrid designs combining Federation principles with human innovation, cut through enemy defenses with surgical precision. Target their production facilities, Hayes ordered. Disable, don't destroy. We're not here for vengeance. Deep in Earth's strategic command, General Roberts coordinated the system-wide assault. The quantum AI network, far more sophisticated than anything the Federation possessed, processed combat data in real time, adapting strategies faster than organic minds could think. Federation response fleets are mobilizing, reported Admiral Morrison. Exactly as predicted. Roberts nodded. Initiate Phase 3. Throughout Federation space, quantum mines, devices they had seeded for years disguised as space debris, activated. Federation ships found their quantum drives suddenly useless, their advanced weapons systems locked down by override codes humanity had written into their base programming. On Mars Base 1, Dr. Elena Santos monitored the effectiveness of humanity's quantum warfare systems. Federation ships are dropping out of quantum space exactly where calculated. Their entire command and control structure is compromised. The Federation had never understood the true danger of humanity. They saw the physical adaptations, the aggressive tendencies, the rapid technological progress. What they missed was humanity's greatest weapon, the ability to take an enemy's strength and turn it into a weakness. Federation High Command is requesting emergency communication, a communications officer announced. Put them through, Roberts ordered. Let them see exactly who they're dealing with. The holographic image of the Federation High Council appeared, their alien features twisted with a mixture of fear and rage. High Counselor Zexthar started to speak, but Roberts cut him off. For decades, you've attacked our outposts, sabotaged our development, and killed our people while pretending to be peaceful observers, he stated coldly. That ends today. You don't understand what you're doing, Zexthar protested. Your species is too aggressive, too dangerous to be allowed unrestricted development. No, Roberts replied. You're the ones who didn't understand. Every attack made us stronger. Every attempt to contain us taught us more about your technology. You thought you were watching us. We were studying you. Across Federation space, human ships maintained their positions, weapons primed but not firing. They didn't need to. The Federation's mighty military machine had been rendered impotent by technology they themselves had inadvertently helped create. In the Kuiper Belt, High Observer Zixtal watched as human ships surrounded his observation post. Their quantum signatures were unlike anything he'd ever seen. Familiar principles pushed to theoretical limits and beyond. Your containment strategy failed. Captain Hayes informed him over an open channel. But not because we're the savages you feared. It failed because you taught us the wrong lesson. You taught us that the only way to survive was to become better at everything, including deception, than our would-be controllers. The Federation had sought to prevent the rise of a dangerous species. Instead, they had created something far more formidable, a humanity that had learned to hide its strength, to study its opponents, and to strike with overwhelming force when the time was right. The war they had feared for so long was over before it truly began. Now came the harder part, showing the galaxy that humanity could be more than the weapon the Federation's actions had forged them into. 6 months after Operation Earthborn, the galactic landscape had changed irrevocably. The grand halls of the Galactic Federation's Central Council Chamber, once a symbol of their absolute authority, now hosted a different kind of gathering. Representatives from 100 species sat in reformed council chambers, with humanity holding a prominent position not through fear, but through demonstrated wisdom. Dr. Elena Santos stood before the assembled representatives, presenting the final report on the Federation's former containment program. The policy of technological suppression didn't just fail, she explained, holographic data streaming behind her. It actively harmed galactic development. Species that could have contributed to our collective knowledge were systematically held back. The evidence was irrefutable. The Federation's policy of containing dangerous species had created a stagnant galaxy where innovation was feared rather than celebrated. Humanity's breakthrough had forced a fundamental reassessment of these policies. In Earth's Strategic Command, General Roberts reviewed reports from across known space. The quantum communication network, now shared with trusted alien allies, had transformed interstellar commerce and cooperation. Humanity's advanced ships patrolled trade routes, not as conquerors, but as guardians of a new order. Another request for technological exchange. Admiral Morrison reported, "The Centaurians have some fascinating ideas about quantum field manipulation. Their scientists are eager to collaborate." This was humanity's true victory. They had shown the galaxy not just their military might, but their capacity for innovation and cooperation. The Federation's worst fears had been proven false. Earth's children could be both powerful and wise. Captain Hayes, now Admiral Hayes, commanded the Joint Earth-Alien Research Facility on Europa, rebuilt from the ashes of the Federation's attack. "The quantum fusion experiments are exceeding all expectations," she reported to the new Galactic Council. "The combination of human theoretical work with Arcturian practical experience is opening new frontiers." The former Federation worlds had initially expected harsh treatment from their human conquerors. Instead, they found partners eager to learn and share. Humanity's experience with their own violent history had taught them valuable lessons about the futility of revenge. In the Quantum Development Center on Mars, Dr. Marcus Wong worked alongside alien scientists, their differences forgotten in the pursuit of knowledge. The theoretical limits the Federation assumed. He commented to a colleague, "They weren't limits at all. They were just, comfortable assumptions." This was the key difference. Where the Federation had sought to contain and control, humanity pushed boundaries. Where they had feared the unknown, Earth's children embraced it. The result was an explosion of technological and social development that benefited all species. President Chen addressed the new Galactic Council, her words broadcast across known space. "We could have chosen revenge," she acknowledged. "Instead, we choose cooperation, not because we're weak, but because we're strong enough to offer friendship even to those who once feared us. The Federation's former High Observer Zixtal, now working as a cultural liaison, had perhaps the most insightful observation. "We thought we were protecting the galaxy from humanity," he told his staff. "Instead, we needed humanity to protect us from our own stagnation." Across human space, the massive military machine built in secret began to transform. Shipyards that had produced warships now constructed exploration vessels. Weapon research facilities redirected their efforts toward peaceful applications of their advanced technology. But humanity didn't forget the lessons learned. Hidden facilities remained operational, advanced weapons stood ready, and a quantum detection network never slept. Earth's children had learned that true peace came through strength wisely used. Dr. Santos closed her presentation to the Galactic Council with a quote from human history. "The true measure of a civilization isn't its military might or technological advancement. It's how it uses those capabilities to benefit all." The galaxy had feared the rise of humanity from their death world. They had tried to contain what they saw as a dangerous species. Instead, they had helped forge something unprecedented, a civilization that combined the strength to defeat any enemy with the wisdom to prefer making allies. The Federation's great mistake hadn't been underestimating humanity's military potential. It had been underestimating their capacity for growth, innovation, and most importantly, their ability to learn from history's mistakes rather than repeat them. As ships from a dozen species docked at Earth's orbital stations, as alien students attended human universities, as joint research projects pushed the boundaries of known science, the galaxy learned what humanity had known all along. True strength lies not in the ability to destroy or contain, but in the courage to reach out and connect, even to former enemies. The Deathworlders had risen, not as conquerors, but as teachers and protectors. And the galaxy was better for it.